to the 2022 Annual Trustee Scholarship Gala. Your support is so very important to make higher education affordable and accessible to today's college student. It's hard to believe that a year ago today we were doing our first virtual Trustee Scholarship Gala, which was great fun with you.
It was great fun with you too. We've come a long way since then. It's hard to believe a whole year has passed since that last recording.
You've been to Florida and back, and Ohio and back.
That's right.
That's right.
Exactly. But you know, time really in many ways stands still, and it reminds me of just an awful joke one of my high school seniors recently shared in terms of time. You know, time flies like an arrow and fruit flies like a banana. Oh. There you go. It's just awful.
Senior, right?
Yeah, senior. Okay. Yeah, not good. But this is coming from the Buckeye State, the home of the useless nuts, so I joined him in the craziness that is. But that time really brings us together in many ways too, and that's one of the great reasons we're here today.
Yeah. Certainly, we thought we would be dancing with you on the dance floor and be in person, but we had to make a decision in January at a very time of great uncertainty. So we are going to be dancing through the decades, and I am very excited as we recognize the 70 years of offering higher education in Northwest Indiana and our founding.
That's right, 7 decades plus, founded by my religious family, the Missionaries of the Precious Blood, who began and continue to sponsor Calumet College of St. Joseph. I'm very grateful for the missionaries and the gift that they've given to help this gala be what it is today as the presenting sponsors. So on behalf of all of the CPPS, we thank you for the many ways you support the mission and ministries of this college, because once a part of Calumet College, always a part of Calumet College.
One of my great joys has been getting to know the alumni. As you know, I travel, I meet alumni near and far, and it is one of my great joys. You'll be hearing from several alumni over the past 70 years and hearing their stories, some of which I've met, but some of which I haven't, so it will be my first time hearing their stories too. And this brings me great joy because I know that the college has made such a difference in the students' lives today and clearly in the students of yesterday. And so I hope you enjoy this medley of student experiences, student stories, as you hear from some of our alumni, and you too know that you make a difference in the students' education today and making it possible.
That's right, and thank you for investing in the mission of this wonderful place. Enjoy this time, and God bless as you watch these videos.
Thank you. I'm here today with 3 seniors from the softball team, and I have been blessed to be at Calumet College with all 4 years and watching them play softball as catcher and pitcher and outfielder. I feel like you played a couple positions, so
yes, here and there.
But it's my great delight to spend a few minutes in conversation with these amazing women, and I'm going to ask you all just to say your name and where you're from, and maybe your major.
All right. Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I am a senior from Guatemala City. I am a pitcher, and I study biomedical science.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm from Plainfield, Illinois. I am a utility player and I'm studying kinesiology.
I'm Grace. I'm a senior from Cedar Lake, Indiana. I'm a catcher and my major is criminal justice.
Thank you. So you said utility player, so I paused for a minute because I know Jocelyn's a pitcher, I know Grace is an incredible catcher, and I'm thinking, okay, Sydney, I don't think of you as one position. That's because you're a utility player and she's wherever she's needed. So thanks for just spending a little while in conversation with me.
Yes,
I think
of course, anytime.
Yeah, so I get to talk to you periodically through the day. But when I was thinking about seniors I'd like to have a conversation with, and I thought about the softball team because as seniors, you've actually been here all 4 years. And I don't know that we have a lot of teams that all the seniors have been here as freshmen and been here all 4 years. So I actually also have seen your team develop and grow. And I think about a freshman year and just being aware of your freshman year here, and then how from an outsider I perceive you guys to be very close as teammates, and I follow you on social media and your trips. So I'm just going to ask a simple question about how you've developed as individuals while you've been at Calumet College, and how has Calumet College maybe facilitated that?
Being here for the last 4 years has really changed my life. I was always like pretty shy coming in here. Like I was like, I don't know anybody, you know, so that's like a very uncomfortable feeling, but it's good to be uncomfortable, you know. Once you're uncomfortable, then you keep on going and you end up just turning into a social butterfly, and that's exactly what happened to me. I was this little tiny freshman, shy, and now I'm sitting here and I could have a conversation with a random stranger for no reason. So it's definitely changed my life. I would not be who I am today without Cal College. So.
And I don't think of you as shy, and I know you're going to be an incredible police officer.
Yes,
and so, while I remember you as a freshman, you know, I guess I think of all people as a little bit shy when you're a freshman, but you would say, coming to Calumet College, you were a shy person.
Oh, yeah.
So who you are today, I think of you as a leader. And
Thank you.
very social, and
Yes, thank you.
So that developed while you were here.
Yeah, 100%.
That's great.
Yep.
For me, it's game changer because coming to a different country without knowing anybody, no family, nothing, no close people to help me out. I was so shy my first year, but Calumet College has so many international students, so that helped me out a lot. So my freshman year, I remember there were so many players from the soccer team, basketball team that just helped me out and took me in and helped me build relationships in different countries and different people, no matter what age. And then as the years went by, I learned how to bond with my teammates too, and how to be that person who could give this energy of hard work and pretty much just being myself. I think I took being myself up until my junior year, and I could like finally be this person and have the trust in everybody to just be myself and knowing that they will just accept me the way I am. So yeah, that's been great for me.
So that authenticity of who you are as a person, and knowing you have really great friends that will accept you no matter what.
Yep.
And I was thinking, I'm glad you mentioned the international community, because I was just in a conversation about study abroad experiences, and I said I've done a fair amount of research on internationalization, and that was my dissertation topic. And one of the things I love about Calumet College is we are small, so you get to know the international students. And, you know, not everyone, I would have been a perfect example. My parents would have never supported a study abroad trip. It just wasn't in their experience, or would have understood me wanting to study abroad. So I love the fact that international students, we kind of bring the world to Calumet College, and then you become really good friends. And so you learn about Guatemala and religion and all kinds of things, culture, food, through the people that are here. Money, you know, I just think that is one of the great benefits we have, is that we have a great mix of international students that either are on teams or in clubs that you really get to know as friends. And then hopefully someday, I'm guessing you'll keep in contact for a long time, and maybe you'll go visit Guatemala. I'm sure you will have friends.
I have a couple in my list I want to go
Yeah, that you want to share your country and experience. So how about you, Sydney?
I feel like coming in here fresh out of high school, I was very timid at first because I'm in a whole different environment than what I'm used to. I'm pretty much forced to grow up within a blink of an eye. Like, I have to take care of myself out here. There's no more relying on mom to handle this and that. And so that's one part that I kind of struggled with at first coming out here. But living in a house with, at the time, seniors on the softball team, they got me used to like how softball practices go, how like Dave would like things to be done, and how we should carry ourselves. And then being with upperclassmen, I got to broaden my friend group and meet new people that are from senior to freshman year. So it was really nice just getting a feel of feeling at home. That's what I would pretty much say my whole experience at CCSJ is. You get the feeling of being home when you're not home. Like, I know it gets hard for international students because they don't necessarily go home over the breaks that we get and stuff. So you build the friendships like, hey, you can come home with me over this break. We can go celebrate with my family. Or, hey, I'll stay here with you and we can celebrate the holiday together. So it's pretty much one big family here. And that's what really helped me get through all 4 years here.
And I love to hear that comment because we often talk about the college family, and I like to see it put into practice. And as we're building a new residence hall right outside this gymnasium, I've had conversations because I call it a house, and people are like, oh, that makes it sound so small. And I'm like, I know, but the house has meaning to me. I want it to feel like you're home away from home. It's got a study space, a living room, a kind of a media TV room. It's got a little kitchenette where there's microwaves, because I want people to feel like, okay, this is my home away from home. And calling it a residence hall makes it feel big and impersonal. And I want people to say I live in the, the house. Hopefully I have a name for it so that you can say I live in the, it won't be McCormack house, but as an example, I live in the McCormack house. So I like to hear that. I know you're also in the National Guard.
Yes.
And we're training during the academic year, right?
Yes. So last year, I actually left this season earlier, and I left school a couple weeks early to go to basic training, and I actually came back 3 weeks late on the next school year, the school year that we're currently in. And honestly, I just want to say that the professors here, they're all so understanding. I told them, hey, I've been gone, this is where I've been at, and they're like, it's okay, take it at your own pace, get caught up, take all the time you need. And even Coach Dave as well, he told me, if you're still stuck on your schoolwork getting caught up, just let me know, and you can take a day or a couple of days here and there to stay home from practice to get caught up with school. So that's another reason why CCSJ just feels so welcoming and open, is because as long as you're communicating with your coach, your professors, or whoever, everyone's so understanding, and they'll work with you to help you out in whatever situation you're in.
I think of you as a perfect example, because we say that we're veteran friendly. And I knew, because I think I saw you your first day back, and you had all your Army fatigues on, and I was just so proud. Thank you for your service first and foremost. But I was curious, did we deliver on that promise of being veteran friendly and making sure that we accommodated what is certainly a passion and a priority for you? And so I'm glad to hear that.
100% say the faculty here has gone above and beyond in the veteran friendly thing that we have going on. Above and beyond.
Good. Thanks for sharing that. So tell me a little bit about career. So I know you're going to be a police officer.
Yes, I am.
Very excited about that.
Yes,
and I watch you on social media.
Yes.
And again, you're going to serve our cities,
Yes.
I know, and make us very proud. You're serving our country. Biomedical science, I think you're headed on to graduate school. Maybe you don't know where, but maybe tell me a little bit about how Calumet College has helped shape your career goals.
Personally, because I'm at the moment I'm in between of physical therapy or athletic training, because in high school I was a student athletic trainer all 4 years.
Okay.
He's coughing up a lung.
But we have multiple opportunities when it comes to internships. I did an internship in our athletic training room first semester, and then next semester as well I'll be helping out with the football team with athletic training.
Okay.
So it really gives you a bright insight to hey, this is what you could be doing in your future. This is what the real world is now. This is your job, and it got me feeling I'm ready. I want to hurry up, graduate, get my master's, and then go on into the adult world and do what I've been passionate about for the last 8 years now.
Okay, so you'll be going to graduate school, athletic training, or physical therapy, still determining. And Grace, you've had an internship too.
Yeah. So I've been interning with the Lake County Sheriff's Department with their Special Victims Unit since August. So I've been there for quite a while. I'm digging it. I'm enjoying it. You know, it's fun. I didn't really know, like coming into college, I knew I wanted to study criminal justice, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do. And then my sophomore year came, and I was like, you know what? I think I kind of want to be a police officer. And then ever since then, I've just been super passionate about it. I cannot see myself doing anything differently. And yeah, I'm super excited to start my career. I'm ready to graduate and just go on and do my thing, you know, so.
And then how about you? Have you always been biomedical science? You kind of know what you want to do?
Yeah, ever since I was little, I love medicine in general.
Okay.
And I was a crazy kid, so I would get injured 24/7. But then softball came to my life, and I wanted to be able to balance school and softball. So I chose the biomedical science because I knew like it's such a broad area, such a broad field. And I didn't know what I wanted to do for the first 3 years. And then one of my teachers, Dr. Lakani, was like, hey, you're good at this, so why don't you try managing hospitals or like working in insurance areas? And for that, I need a master's degree. Luckily, CCSJ has one that works towards that, which is science management. So I'm considering it right now, and I already talked to my coaches, and I will be a sports grad assistant too.
Okay.
So if that's where life takes me, I will take it. And then when I do grad school, I want to take an internship in one of those places, so I can have a network after I graduate. So that's where I'm at.
And that's a good combination. So biomedical science and then also having a master's in management. I think certainly in the insurance business or where you end up, that'll be very helpful. So this is our annual Trustee Scholarship Gala. So I also want to express appreciation to those viewers for all your support in the scholarships, because I know that all three of you have received athletic scholarships to be here and represent Calumet College, which you do very well. And maybe you can talk about what the scholarship has meant for you as a student and maybe as a student athlete. So you might have stacked scholarships, I'm not quite sure, but most of our athletes have scholarships. So maybe you can talk about the scholarships that you've received and what difference that's made.
Sure. Well, I have the athletic scholarship, and since our currency is way different from home, that has been a great help for me, especially. And I know there's also like the honors scholarship and all that kind of stuff, but also there is an international club, the Latinas Club, which they also give scholarships. So if we kept like in activities with the clubs, go to talks, go to different activities, we can also get money from it. So it's just great how Calumet College gives you so many opportunities and scholarships to help their students. And I think that's a great resource. So thank you very much for your support to us.
My scholarship, like being here, you can get your scholarship increased, like depending on how you play every single year. Every single year I've played, I've got it increased. And then I'm also in the honors program, so I also get a scholarship for that. And then that's really about it. It's definitely a huge help getting the scholarship, because my parents are paying for my college, thankfully. So it's a huge help to them, and it's a huge help to me, you know. So.
And you talked about two great incentives, because playing hard, being a dedicated athlete, but you're also needing to be a dedicated student, because to keep your honors scholarship, you have to have a GPA, and to go on the honors trip, which I think you're going on.
Yes, ma'am.
We are both going to Alaska because the honors trip is included in your tuition, but it incentivizes you to work hard to maintain your GPA so that you can go on that trip. So how about Sydney?
The scholarships I received for athletics, and then I get some for my grades from the school as well. And I put my mom didn't know that I even applied to come to college here. So when I got my acceptance letter in, I told her, I was like, hey, just want to let you know, I got into college, like I'm going, and like everything will be taken care of. Like I have my scholarships that pay for most of it. My mom and dad do pay for my school, but they they haven't paid anything in a few years just because of the scholarships that I received from school, which helps so much because I know they're both struggling. So the school is really just, it's more of like a weight lifted off their shoulders for the past 2 years since they haven't had to worry about paying for my school.
Well, that's good to know, because I think one of my priorities is to make sure Calumet College is accessible and affordable, and so we do a lot. It's one of the reasons for this event is to raise scholarship dollars, but also in my campaign, I hope to raise even more scholarship dollars, and we've been fortunate to receive a couple significant endowment gifts that'll help us, and so I know it's important, and I'm grateful that you are here representing those beneficiaries of our scholarships, and they will be fantastic representations of the college, and I know you're gonna go on and do great things. So thanks to you for spending a bit of your practice with me. So you got a break, and you might have to run a couple laps now, I don't know.
Hopefully not.
But you're seniors, so they know you work hard. So thank you.
Thank you.
Finish strong. I'm looking forward to, you haven't had a home game yet because of the weather, but I'll be there. It's great that I get to just walk over with my dog sometimes, Bella, and watch a few games. So it's great to have you so close, and you guys perform on the field, and it's great to watch you. So keep up the good teamwork, and best of luck on your season this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Missionaries of the Precious Blood are the sponsoring religious community for Calumet College of St. Joseph, and by that, it's like we see this as part of our apostolate or our mission. We're not real big into higher education as, like, let's say the Jesuits are, but at St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, where I taught for many years, we saw this, back in 70 years ago when we had the extension up here at St. Joseph's Calumet Extension. It was to bring education to folks here in the Calumet region. And since that time, we continue to see this as one of our apostolates, even though there's not many of the missionaries of the Precious Blood here, but we think it's a vital part as a way of empowering people and furthering the mission of Catholic higher education in this area.
I felt like I was just a number going to like a bigger university. Didn't really have the help that I needed, nor did I know how to ask for help. Once I got here, it was a little bit more personable. Got to know everybody from, the kid sitting next to me in algebra class to all the way up to the dean. So, I felt that community that CCSJ presented, and it really made me feel like I was home. I already had some intangibles, but I really didn't know. I didn't understand how to get into the leadership roles. Kind of shied away from them. Didn't really know how to communicate with people effectively. It was still a little awkward. Even at like 23, 24, I was like, what? Definitely being able to be more comfortable in a smaller environment, getting to know people that I know right now. It definitely, I could say, played a big part when it comes to molding me and who I am.
I was attending a college downtown Chicago. Due to some circumstances that pushed me off that path, I kind of found my place here at CCSJ a little bit closer to home. I'm a native of East Chicago, Indiana, and it was a big push for me that I was able to receive some financial aid as a transfer student. I was able to get the transfer scholarship, as well as the honor scholarship, as well as the performance arts scholarship. Being able just to kind of stay hustling throughout my educational journey, I was able to maintain such a high GPA that they were so kind to give me some financial aid that kind of really set the tone coming in that, like, okay, you have a place, you have support, and that was crucial for me as someone who was making a drastic shift from, one major at one institution to a different one closer to home, and just really helping set the tone for someone that's walking in those doors that, like, hey, we're here for you, you belong, and you're not just going to be, an afterthought because we didn't have you all 4 years. And that was really kind of soothing to me to know that just because I didn't pay all 4 years, I wasn't a freshman coming in the door, bright-eyed and with a little wet behind the ears, I can go and live a life and be able to still earn such a high-quality education here at CCSJ. I found a place here in the pep band, learning under Dan Cummins, being able to play bass, for every basketball game, and it's a really great and exciting experience, and it's something that feeds into the experience of the student body, feeds into the experience of game day, and it's something that I have a passion for, is making music, and it's just great that that passion that started in my bedroom with me and a guitar can now translate to, hey, here's some money to get your education, go have these hobbies, have these talents, have these skills, and we value that here at an institution where my major is business. It has nothing to do with plucking strings or tuning a guitar or playing a note, but they still value the skill set that makes me who I am, and that's a beautiful thing.
Coming here has made me just feel unstoppable, honestly, mentally and just physically. I feel unstoppable. I just feel like I can't be stopped. I do my thing. I work hard. Like you just can't stop someone who's on the right path.
Well, it's one of my favorite things to do is get to know students and get to know their names and a little bit about them. So this is a special day for me to be sitting here with Liz Davis from Houston, Texas. And we have Moises Castillo from Hammond, Indiana, right here, and Dylan Hill from Madison, Illinois. So it's kind of interesting that Houston, a little far away, and I remember when you first came, your freshman year, Moises right here in our backyard, and Dylan, actually I was able to meet both of your parents. So I remember meeting just recently your parents and your moms too at senior day. So that's very exciting for me. So it's great to sit here with you and have a little conversation about Calumet College in particular and what it's meant to you. And I'm just wondering if you have a favorite memory that you've created so far that you'd like to share.
Yeah, I'd like to go. Well, my favorite memory from CCSJ is when I first got here, we had a professor named Frank, and she used to take us downtown to Chicago to the Art Institute, and she'd just let us roam around. She'd just just go be students, go be free thinkers, go. And she'll just let us walk around the whole museum all day, and then she'll take us out to eat, take us for a walk, and then bring us back to campus. It was really fun.
I actually remember that day because I went on that trip too. And it was Carly Frank and three other professors, Kirk, Bazinski, and I went on that trip, and I was a student too. So I walked around and just listening to our faculty members talk about some of the artwork in the Art Institute was incredibly exciting to me because I felt like I was a student again, and it's knowledge that I don't have a great depth in. So it was great to learn from them and to hear the students speak. So I love that memory.
It was very enlightening. And on top of that, the day that we went, Kanye West, the person who did his album for College Dropout, was hosting an event there. So it was like a double bonus.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember that. I must have been, running around the Art Institute, missed that part of it.
It was so nice.
Oh, that's good. And we need to bring that back with COVID. We haven't done it the last 2 years, but I'm sure we'll try to add that to our list of orientation activities because that was a way to bring all the students together.
I'm on that trip too.
Yeah, no. When you mentioned that memory, it reminded me of my freshman year, and it's a really good memory I have. It was when I think it was orientation for new students.
Yeah.
And I was a freshman coming in. I had no connections. I had no friends. I didn't know anyone. So, and I remember we were just outside here in the yard, and we were having food. We were having,
The barbecue.
Yeah, we were having the barbecue, right? And I remember I see all my teammates, and then there's music going on, and I'm getting introduced to different people. I'm meeting people at the school, people in my major, so it was really nice. I didn't expect that coming in, but it felt like a really nice, warm welcome. So that's why I like it.
That park is significant because it's called Alumni Park. And so there are bricks by the cross of alumni that they can purchase. But it's also to think that our orientation starts there. So as new students, to start in Alumni Park, certainly our goal is that you become alumni and very committed to the college and have great memories. So glad you brought up Alumni Park. How about you, Dylan?
My favorite memory would probably be recently, this basketball season. We won a game by buzzer beater against St. Francis, and shout out Wyatt Hughes. He hit the big shot, and we all rushed the court, and it was just a great feeling, you know, winning that game. So that would probably be my favorite memory.
Okay, so it's ironic that I was part of that memory too.
Right.
So I was in the
I
stands,
remember seeing you.
and I definitely would have been able to tell you who hit that buzzer beater. And Wyatt actually hadn't hit a lot of three-pointers that might have been his only three-pointer, even though I know he can sink three-pointers. But that one in particular, he hadn't been hot, and then to have him release the ball at the buzzer, and I thought, oh my gosh, and it went in, and of course I was screaming and so excited. I don't think I rushed the floor, but I probably wanted to. I thought, well, maybe that's not appropriate. So, yeah, but, oh, that is a great That's a
That was
great,
really fun.
yeah, great memory for sure. You know, I think I often tell people that Calumet College is such a special place, and so I spent 35 years in higher education, 26 years at one institution, so I guess 30 years in higher education. And I always talk about what a special place Calumet College is, but I feel like sometimes it's really hard to articulate for me what makes it so special. So I do it and I go on, but I think about, are there particular words that would help you articulate why it's a special place? It's a small place, I feel like it's a little bit unlike most places. And I'm wondering if when you describe it to your friends or your family, are there words that you use that kind of reflect the specialness of Calumet College?
I would say unique.
Unique?
Because it's not your average school. And when you step into this building, you meet a lot of new people, a lot of interesting people, and it just adds fire to yourself to go get your degree and go out there and get what you need to get. So I would say unique because you can find inspiration everywhere at this school.
Yeah, well, that's a good one, unique.
That is very good. Yeah, and I think to piggyback off that, unique because for example, there's some sisters that I've met in class that come from Vietnam, and they tell me their stories, and then I feel like it's also a community because you build those relationships with like all these interesting people, and like, going to school, it makes it fun, it makes it engaging, it makes it interesting, keeps you interested in school and like meeting people and participating, being part of the community. So I think community is a good word.
Yeah, community is a good word.
Yeah, I was gonna say community because everywhere I go, I can see someone, I know them by name. I can go to the admissions office, I can say, oh, hey Alice, how you doing? How's your day going? I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that at a big university or something like that. Actually, one of my classmates, she had told me she had went to University of Miami and all these big Division I schools, and she said like she never felt welcome there, and this is the only school she felt welcome here. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing, because that's what I feel like. I feel like you can come here, find people everyone you walk in, it's just a big community, I feel like, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I think of being welcoming and community, and I think this is unique. Our tagline is "You Belong," and I just recently did a presentation for the University of Pennsylvania, and it was titled "You Belong More Than a Tagline," because I want to deliver on that. And so we've expanded. We have a sub-tagline that's "Be Known, Be Successful, and Belong." And so, as you all know, I try to know students' names, and sometimes my husband's like, how would you ever be able to know everyone's name? I'm like, well, I couldn't if I was at a school that was 10,000 or 5,000 or even 2,500 probably. But here, when we say you belong, part of my hope is that people really feel that. And while I don't, I don't interact every day with students, the things that I can do is be supportive and feel like I know them and hopefully know their names. So it's been hard the last 2 years because the mask and hats and now I'm like, okay, ooh, I recognize those eyes, but let me think. Okay, So those are good words, and unique's kind of that one of a kind. So unique, community, and welcoming environment, or relationship centered place for sure, which kind of builds on community too. We think community is really important, and you both brought it up a little bit. I wonder how that's molded you and then caused you to give back.
Every Wednesday, actually, I do community service here. I make sandwiches with him every Wednesday, and that's the part, big help. I really appreciate it, and not only that, I enjoy it too, because it's fun, just getting as many people as we can, and just helping others, and just being selfless. So it's really fun.
So you probably know a little bit more than I do. I've helped maybe 3 times on Wednesdays. I think we make 200 sandwiches.
Yeah.
And it's for Port Ministries in back of the yard, so it is a chance to provide, people that have food insecurity with food, and so those sandwiches are available for free. So that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely could relate. I've been a part of that as well. I've participated sometimes. I'm also part of the honors program here, so we all engage in community service hours every semester, and so I would engage that sometimes. I remember also, I believe it was last year, we had went in the parking lot and cleaned up the entire.
I remember that.
It was
for Earth Day.
For Earth Day, yeah,
Yes.
for Earth Day. It was a rainy day, but somehow we all didn't care. We all were just like, oh, we're still gonna have fun. We're gonna clean up, and we all kept the morale up, and we were all having a good time and cleaning up, and it felt like it was very nice, very rewarding.
And you did the fence row cleanup,
Yeah, we
and
did
the
the whole
garbage.
entire
Yes.
And we was only supposed to do like one section too.
Yeah, but we were like, well,
This
let's
is
just keep
fun.
going. We were in momentum, and we were just having a good time. So we were like, yeah, it was very good. So engaging with the community like that, is always very fun.
Yeah, and rewarding
And,
to be able to do that and give back and have fun doing it. Can you think of that?
Oh yeah. My freshman year, Coach Section, he actually brought us to this store, I believe. I'm not sure what kind of store it was, but we actually helped clean up the store, like reorganize their the storage room and stuff like that. It was just a good experience, just interacting with the workers and just asking what do they need help with, and just organizing everything they need. And also, actually today I couldn't make it, but Coach Jefferson, he actually had some of the seniors and our current guys go over to his elementary school to just talk to the students, see how they're doing. They're also going to play a pickup game, so that's a nice thing.
His elementary school is Charter School of the Dunes, right? In Gary? Okay.
Yeah, in Gary. So those guys are over there now, just probably talking to the kids. I'm mad I couldn't make it, but
I appreciate your here with us, but I think that would have been a fun time too.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a great school, and yeah.
my other guys, they got it, so.
Yeah, play a pickup game and be out in the community, and just modeling for young children as well. We talked a little bit about how Calumet College has molded you. Any surprises about yourself that you learned during your college years?
I give great presentations, science presentations. I really do. And despite my country accent, people understand me and enjoy it.
Great, but that's great. And science presentations, you're a biomedical science major, I know. So being able to give presentations and scientific and talk about that and having people understand, great.
I was just like them. I was really shy. I had a stuttering problem for a minute. So just to be able to be on that level of being confident and talking and knowing what I'm talking about is a huge accomplishment. It's really nice.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a great skill to take away, and it's again learning that confidence. I remember talking to a student, and he was telling me that when he came to Calumet College, he found his confidence, and I love that statement, that Calumet College kind of enables students to find their confidence. So, anything about that was a big surprise? Oh.
Actually, so I would, out of habit, out of nowhere, I didn't even think about it, I would just naturally go into the library, right, and then sit down, get all my work. It's big organization skills, right? So I would write down everything I need to do. I even have a planner I walk around with now. I keep all my due dates, in one place, all my assignments, all my meetings, presentations, tests. I feel that I've been a lot more tangible with what I have to do.
Okay.
And the way I attack it now is much more. There's a method to the madness. I have a plan. I have a goal about how I want to tackle the day and the weeks and the semesters. Whereas before I would just show up to school and okay, I have this assignment due, work on it whenever I can, submit it before class. But now it's much more controlled. So I feel that I have a lot more control and organization in my studies. So I feel
That's probably, leads to a good accountant, I think, because I would say I had those tendencies as well. So that'll serve you well, maybe. You're very organized.
Yeah, organization skills for sure. I would say just how involved I am. Coming in, I just thought I was gonna just really just develop my basketball skills and see where that would take me. But now I'm just involved here so much. Like I said, with the tours, I work with the Boys and Girls Club on Wednesdays, and then just involved everywhere I can. Helping in the athletic building as well. Just being here so much, it's just a good experience. So yeah.
And I think you're business management, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
With,
so I just with it, you have a
yeah,
minor?
English, media, and communications minor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great.
actually, Professor Marcusello, he talked me into getting that minor. So.
Good. Well, that'll be helpful. And then Moises, I know accounting. Do you have a minor?
So
Or
if
thinking about it?
I am thinking about it because I could get a business management minor. I'd have to tackle on an extra class each semester in my next year.
Okay.
So it's up in the air right now.
Okay. And biomedical science, I know.
Yes.
Yes. So thinking about what your future holds for you.
Yes.
Lots of opportunities for sure.
My name is Desiree Vega. I'm studying business management and accounting. I'm graduating in May 2022, and I'm student government president.
Hi, I'm Sincere Northern. I am a kinesiology major. I'm vice president, and I will graduate next year.
Evening, everyone. I'm Michael Beagle. I'm treasurer of student government, studying business management with a minor in English and media communications, and I'll graduate this May.
So the reason I'm studying at CCSJ is because I live locally in Whiting, and the opportunities here gave me the cheapest option for college. So I'm actually graduating without any debt, and it's all thanks to all the scholarships that I get from inside the school, as well as my internship that I got through the school with Horizon Bank in my house.
So what brought me to CCSJ was really athletics. I was looking for somewhere to play volleyball, but I never wanted to be far from home. So my grandparents were in Gary, and this was just a quick 15-20 minute drive away.
The reason I came to Calumet College was also because of athletics. My grandparents live locally, and my grandpa was one of my biggest supporters, so I chose Calumet College because of athletics and just being close to my family. And on top of that, as Desiree said, it was an affordable option for a Catholic university, and I'd grown up in the Catholic schools and faith-based, so it was just an easy option for me here.
I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that CCSJ truly does feel like a family. It's like you walk in and all you see are familiar faces. There's really no strangers around here, especially when it comes to the staff and faculty. And a huge one to highlight is literally the president of our school. And she is so awesome. She's always walking around, getting to know students. I love telling this story because it really speaks to how much she knows us. I was sitting in and having a meeting with another member of the CCSJ faculty, and we were trying to schedule a meeting, and she popped in and she said, "Hey Des, don't you work tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yes, I do. How did you even know that?" I don't even know how she could have known my schedule, but she always asks me how student government's going and how my classes are going and how track's going and all this stuff. She knows about everyone, and it's not just me, because she knew all this before I was a part of student government and before I took leadership positions in the school. even at freshman orientation, she's out here asking everyone their name, what their major are, what kind of sports they play, what they like to be involved in, where they're from. She makes it so comfortable to be here, and I really wouldn't have it any other way. I'm speechless by how much effort she really gives, not just to making the school better, but making everyone's individual experience here better.
I completely agree with Des. I think the second or third time I saw President McCormack, she knew my name, and I was surprised because she does that with everybody. She knows so many people. And also, on the other hand, I want to say I feel like about CCSJ, because it's so family oriented and everyone knows you, I think that also gives you a little bit more drive to succeed. Like, you want the people here to be proud of you and see from where you've come to where you're going, and that's super meaningful.
She really cares so much. She'll stop me in the hallway, ask me about my family, and how's baseball going? And hey, you announced a great game last night for the basketball team, and what an exciting win we had. And on top of that, I think the thing you have to note is that Dr. McCormack has a certain energy about her, and it's a really good one. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Dr. McCormack on a bad day. And if she has one, we'd never know, because she walks in, she's got an energy. How you doing? How's work going today? What's on your agenda today? What do you got to get done? And it's so amazing seeing that here at Calumet College. And I think it's easy to say, oh, well, this is a small school, she should know everybody, but it's not as easy. I mean, you're still remembering 500-600 students' names. It's not easy at all. And for her to do that, it just speaks volumes about the person she is and how much she wakes up every day and wants to make a difference in higher education here.
To the donors, my message is thank you overall. I have plenty of opportunity in CCSJ, and it's all because of the money that we receive. It goes directly to the students and the success of the students. I'm getting to go to an affordable college and create opportunity for me to do better in the world. And I think the donors give opportunity to students that wouldn't have opportunity at other places. Obviously, not everyone is fortunate enough to get a college education, and CCSJ makes that happen for a lot of people that wouldn't otherwise have it. So, to the donors, thank you on behalf of me and behalf of everyone who's getting opportunities they wouldn't elsewhere. It's all because of your generosity.
I also want to thank the donors on the behalf of the international students that go to CCSJ. A lot of my teammates who have come from Venezuela, Cancun, and so many other places, they really love our school, and I just want to thank you all for giving them that opportunity to come over here and have an experience that they might not be able to have back home.
To the donors, I like to say thank you as well. Again, it's not everybody can afford college, and obviously your money has given us great opportunities here. I know, I'm from a middle-class family, and without your help, I probably wouldn't be here, and I'm glad I am here. But, I think about the people under me and helping the next person up, and, the next person is out there somewhere, and there's multiple of them out there that need your help, and any help you can give would help them get the same opportunity I did, and one that I'm forever grateful for.
I'm going to take the next 3 minutes to tell you about 3 aspects of my vision. First and foremost, students. Students at the center, at the heart of what we do. Learning how to learn and be curious and adapt and problem solve, and to think critically about issues, their work, and their life. Helping to create a future where they are successful in the ways that they define success. I think about students often. And secondly, community. I want to build a community of support on our campus and around our local region. We rely on one another in ways that we may not fully understand until many years to come. We need to help each other and our communities be more resilient, welcoming, and vibrant. I value community. And thirdly, innovation and adaptation. Technology and the last 2 years have changed the way we live and work. Higher education and Calumet College cannot afford to just follow along and adapt as needed. We need to innovate. I believe and prescribe to the famous quote, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." I am inspired weekly by our students and our supporters and our alumni to create a future that makes CCSJ at the center of your heart and the heart of our local communities. And to take some risks and try new initiatives that will strengthen the college for years to come so that we continue to fulfill our mission in the service of students and our college family and our communities. We will celebrate success together. We revisit our mission, and our mission's about opportunity, lifelong learning, justice, an ethic of service, student empowerment, and the inherent dignity of all people. As we invite our first on-campus housing residents and launch a sprint football team and the Midwest Sprint Football League, we do so grounded in mission and the components of opportunity and service. As we look to renovate learning spaces and look at our programs, we do so with a focus on creating lifelong learners and student empowerment through education and curiosity. And as we serve our students and our community, we do so valuing the inherent dignity of all people and the opportunities that a CCSJ education, which is grounded in faith and the values of the missionaries of the precious blood, will provide our students in their various careers, but more importantly, in their life. Join us in these pursuits. Support our efforts in whatever way you can, and follow our journey. Thank you.
Thank you for joining CCSJ's 70th anniversary celebration. We hope this has brought back some wonderful memories for you, or perhaps introduced you to some of the members of the CCSJ family, past and present. My name is Esther Diaz, and I am the Director of Institutional Advancement. Our week-long virtual celebration has been made possible not just by you, but by our family and friends and our generous sponsors. We'd like to extend our sincere appreciation to the missionaries of the precious blood for serving as presenting sponsors. We'd also like to recognize and thank our gold sponsors: American Precision Services, Burke Costanza and Carberry, Community Healthcare System, Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, Horizon Bank, Myers-Glaros, NIPSCO, and People's Bank. And finally, we'd like to give thanks to our silver, bronze, and advertising sponsors and all who have supported our week-long celebration. Through your support, we were able to host a fitting celebration for the college's 70th anniversary, with all the proceeds going to student scholarships. Thank you again for your outstanding support.